You shall say to the children of Israel, Yahweh Elohim of your fathers. So right there he says Yahweh, not Eyeh. Eyeh translated as I am or I exist. Yahweh translated as He exists. He is. He is the one who causes to exist. Yahweh. So Eyeh would be in the first person when Yahweh himself is saying it. But when he tells Moshe, go and tell them about me, in the third person, that would be Yahweh. Eyeh, Yahweh. There are people who are pronouncing it nowadays Yahuah because of the first hey, which is pronounced like an A. Well, Yah. So they say there's a hey at the end, so it should be also pronounced Ah. So Yahuah. However, there are many things like historical facts that they have found in different places where they have found the name of the Father, the 4 Hebrew letters, as 4 Latin letters or vowels. The I, the A, the U, and the E. Making it, for instance, if we were to read that in the Spanish pronunciation of those letters, would be Yahweh. That's simple. Yahweh. So, also, the writer Josephus, he wrote that the name of the Father, he didn't pronounce it because for him was prohibited, but he wanted to make sure that people would understand what he was saying, and he said the name of the 4 vowels. He didn't say 4 letters. He didn't say 4 consonants, which all letters in the Hebrew alphabet are consonants. However, 5 of them have vowel pronunciations also, depending on the word in which they are. So just like in every language, there are certain words that only if you are a native or have gone through a teaching process or learning process, you're going to know how to pronounce certain words. In the same way in Hebrew, there are certain words that have certain letters in which you know that that letter sounds like a consonant or like a vowel. And in the name of the Father, all letters sound like vowels. And even though there are 2 letters that repeat, which is the Hey, Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey, even though the letter repeats, the second time it repeats, it sounds different. Because when a hey is at the end of a name and it sounds like an A, the word is female. When the word has a hey at the end and it sounds like the word is male. Unlike in English, in Hebrew, and other languages like Spanish even, objects, everything has a gender, basically. When we talk about it, for instance, a chair is female in Spanish. A car is male, even though normally in English people give female names to cars. In Spanish, a car is actually male. So my point is, the same way in Hebrew, words have a male or a female depending on how they end or how they the words that compose them. So anyways, the name Yahweh ends in because he is male. He presents himself as male, while on the other hand, the Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit, his spirit, the word Ruach in Hebrew is female. So the Father and the Ruach are as the Father and the Mother, through whom came the Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. So, also, if anything, the fact that Yahushua ends in a, Yahushua, we need to understand that the letter in Hebrew is a different letter than the Hey. Is the letter Ain. So, even though it ends in Yahushua, the letter that is at the end is a different letter than the one I was talking about that is at the end of the word Yahweh. So, that's why Yahweh says Eyeh. And then he says the name Yahweh. Both Eyeh and Yahweh and in So I hope that is clear.